Do you often find yourself on social media when you're supposed to be doing something important? Constantly looking at your phone, getting distracted about someone else's life? Well, you're not alone. It was estimated at roughly 10% of Americans are addicted to social media. That translates to 33 million based on a study from Lanier Law Firm. Since the publish of social media, we've been connected like never before. But studies have shown that people who spend twice as much on social media are at least twice as likely to feel socially isolated. Because when someone is spending more and more time on social media, they're disconnecting from reality and they feel more and more less connected. As Shannon Peptio puts it, a clinical psychologist from the University of Baylor. All of this was done on purpose because when you look at the tactics the media company uses, they tend to use FOMO in activities that releases dopamine, which because dopamine releases, it inevitably causes consumers coming back over and over again. One thing you have to remember is that the problem isn't the phone. The problem is how we tend to use it. It's the relationship we tend to build with our cellular device. So let's dive into how social media is affecting our day-to-day lives, and let's build a newer and better relationship with our phone. In general, whenever you tend to go out, you tend to see people glued their phones, including kids. A study by Alex Kurai shows that an average American tends to pick up their phone an average about 144 times in a day, and this ranges from 18 and older. And the study also includes the average American screen time. But like I mentioned before, the problem isn't our phones, it's the way they are designed to be. They're designed to release dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter made in your brain. It plays a role as a reward center and in many body functions, including memory, movement, motivation, mood, attention, and more. So when something that includes dopamine, we're motivated to do it again. Don't get me wrong, dopamine is not a bad thing because it is essential to feel pleasure to survive. It motivates us to do a lot of things as well. But when it comes to our phones, especially social media, it internally persuades you not to stop using it. But if we take a look who created the social media platforms, they actually studied our brains and the patterns of how it works. So we can keep binging and continue using it. If you're like me and you tried to stop using it and you went a couple of days without using it, but all of a sudden you relapse, just remember that willpower alone will not help you overcome this addiction, especially for long term. So in order to overcome this social media addiction, we need a plan that will change our behavior patterns. In the book, How to Break Up With Your Phone, it helps us with just that. The book is written by Captain Price, and it tells us that how it can affect our well-being and productivity. It also includes a 30-day challenge to help control your phone addiction. But to be honest, I think the challenge is quite long and I don't think everyone's going to do it by step for step. So I'm going to go ahead and make a short version so you guys can process it. So I managed to rephrase it into 5 days. Day 1, start by reflecting on your current smartphone habits. Take some time to honestly assess how much time you spend on your phone each day, what activities you engage in most frequently, and how it makes you feel. Also consider the negative effects it can have on you. Day 2, track your phone usage. Use a phone usage app or just simply check your inbuilt phone usage so you can check how long you've been on using your phone and on your phone. Also take note on what you use the most and what you consume the most, so it'll help you overall along the journey within these 5 days. Day 3, environmental change is one of the biggest ones you can do yet, because when we do habits, it is usually on autopilot and we tend to pick up the phone without noticing. So by modifying your physical environment, you can minimize the presence of distractions and temptations that trigger excessive phone use. For example, you can create designated phone-free zones in your home, such as your bedroom or dining area, where you can focus on activities without the constant presence of your phone. Also, create physical barriers. Physically separating yourself from your phone can create a barrier that makes it more challenging to mindlessly reach for it. For instance, you can place your phone in another room and use phone storage boxes A limit time during specific times or activities. Day 4. Turning notifications off on your phone. Because when you turn off your notifications off, you can regain control and focus more with your attention. And you can also reduce FOMO and anxiety, enhance productivity, and cultivate a mindful and intentional relationship with your phone, all of which contribute to overcoming a phone addiction and living a more balanced and fulfilling life. Day 5. Modifying your environment to promote mindfulness can be beneficial in combating phone addiction. Creating a peaceful and clutter-free space, incorporating soft lighting or plants can help you practice mindful techniques, such as meditations or deep breathing. Exercises can help cultivate a bigger sense of presence and reduce the phone usage. And there are even apps to help you meditate more. And I'll probably put a link right here, a little card. If not, it'll be in the description below. And also I want to say that most of you guys will not get this in 1 day or 5 days straight. And there are some of you that will get this in 5 days straight. But there's gonna be a Pacific of y'all that ain't gonna get it like this. And it's fine, because at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. We're human. We're not robots. We tend to fail at some point. So other than that, if you guys want a video that will talk about another addiction, how to overcome another addiction, it'll be right here. And there'll be another video right here. Other than that, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You have a good day.